Paramashivoham Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham
Now slowly, very slowly, remove your eyebands. You can open your eyes and just relax in that restful awareness. Have that deep feeling connection with Bhagwan. Understand? When you are having that deep feeling connection with Bhagwan, powers just start flowing through you. When you allow Swamiji to flow through you. So let's take a moment and start sharing what was revealed to you.
Yes. Do not bother whether what was shared to you or what was revealed to you is correct or wrong or right. It really does not matter. It was revealed to you by Paramashiva. So you had a beautiful connection. You sat in oneness with Paramashiva, and Paramashiva revealed to you. It's a beautiful experience. So go ahead and share what was revealed to you. It may have been in the form of words, it may have been in the form of a feeling or a picture, anything. So whatever was there, please do share. And even if you're watching us on YouTube, you could share what was revealed to you in the comments section. And if you're in Zoom, use the Zoom chat and share with us what was shared. The only thing to do again and again is to sit in that space of oneness. Even if you feel that you're not manifesting, the manifesting is not happening, it's happening for others, it's not happening for me. Even if you're feeling all of that, the only solution to all of that is to sit in oneness and then manifest again and again and again. The more you sit in oneness, the more the powerful cognition that you are Paramashiva, the ultimate cognition, the ultimate Mahavakya given by Swamiji becomes a reality for you, and you start living it and radiating it and manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. So let us now see what was being projected. Quickly share what was revealed to you. Don't worry about whether it is right or wrong or whatever that may be. So let us quickly see now. Let us see what was being projected so we can compare and see what was revealed.
So as you can see, it's a beautiful beach. Yes. So when so much things are happening in KAILASA, the new event is happening. So you can see a beautiful beach. You can see clouds, the nice sky blue color, the water itself. You can see the sand. Yes, and greens, the trees you can see, and at the far it might seems like a rock. Okay, so this is the image, and of course the clouds with white color, blue. So this is
Fantastic.
the image that we had projected.
Yes, so beautiful. And thank you all so much for participating and sitting in manifestation. Now we'll enter into the next segment.
Yes. So prepare ourselves for the next revelation by Swamiji, which is going to be on experience the purposelessness of and be free from karma. See, only when we feel there is a purpose to life, we start building the karma. But when we experience the purposelessness, we just get liberated from the karma itself. So let's enter into the revelation by Swamiji and be free from.
What is the purpose of life? The moment you understand life is purposeless, the moment you accept the beauty of purposelessness, you will realize the meaning of living. Life has no purpose, but it has meaning. Purpose is different, meaning is different. Purpose means the goal orientation. You always think about the goal. Running. Suddenly one day you just drop and drop dead. The more you are goal oriented, more you will miss the life. Purpose is different and meaning is different. When I say the word meaning, living itself is the meaning. Come to this moment. Path itself is the life. Path itself is a meaningful thing. There is no such thing. In the end, you will be happy. You always postpone the joy. You always postpone the bliss. You always postpone living. Life is lived in a very superficial way because you think life has got purpose. Be very clear. Man who works just for salary, just for money, for him only the payment day will be beautiful day. He will be happy only on that one day. He is selling his 29 days for that one day. He is selling his 29 days just for what is the purpose of life. The moment you understand life is purposeless, the moment you accept the beauty of purposelessness, you will realize the meaning of living. Life has no purpose, but it has meaning. Purpose is different, meaning is different. Purpose means the goal orientation. You always think about the goal. Running. Suddenly one day you just drop dead. The more you are goal oriented, more you will miss the life. Purpose is different and meaning is different. When I say the word meaning, living itself is the meaning. Come to this moment. Path itself is the life. Path itself is a meaningful thing. There is no such thing. In the end, you will be happy. You always postpone the joy. You always postpone the bliss. You always postpone living. Life is lived in a very superficial way because you think life has got purpose. Be very clear. Man who works just for salary, just for money, for him only the payment day will be beautiful day. He will be happy only on that one day. He is selling his 29 days for that one day. He is selling his 29 days just for that one day happiness. You are selling your life just for one day happiness. Please be very clear. Man who is running behind some goal will never be able to live the life happily. If you are working just for salary, you will never be able to experience the meaning of living. You will be able to run behind the purpose. I don't say don't take the salary, but let it not be the only goal. Let it not play major role in your consciousness. That is what Krishna says. That is what Krishna means. Karmanye vadigaraste mabaleshu kadachana. You can do only your duty. You have no right for fruits. If you think of fruit, you will lose the joy of living. You will lose the joy of living. The meaning of the living is experienced only when you understand the beauty of purposelessness. The beauty of purposelessness makes you realize the meaning of living. Beautiful sloka. Karmanyevadhikaraste mabaleshu kadachanaha ma karma bala hedurpur made sangosta karmani. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duty. Two things we need to understand. One, he says, let your inner space be not contaminated by the purpose of life. Please understand. If your inner space is filled, when I say inner space, I mean your inner mind. Your mind. When you close your eyes, what comes in your mind is inner space. If your inner space is filled with the purposes of life, be very clear, you are running against something which will never give you fulfillment. Which will never give you fulfillment. He says, let your inner space be not disturbed, filled with purposes. One important thing you should understand. By nature, your inner space is filled with Atman. Your inner space is filled with bliss, eternal bliss. The more you fill your inner space with other furniture, purposes, the more you empty your inner space from bliss. For example, this room is filled with space. The more you put furniture, the space will leave this room. Please understand, this room is not empty. No place is empty. It is filled with space. It is filled with ether. This room is filled with ether. More number of furnitures you bring in, the ether will be taken away. Ether will be moved away. It will be less filled with ether. It will be less filled by air. Your inner space, by nature, is filled with bliss. The more furnitures you bring in means the purposes of life. The more you think life has got purpose, the more furnitures you will bring and arrange it. The more you furnish your inner space, less it will be blissful. In the outer place, if you furnish your home, it will look very nice. In the inner space, if you furnish your inner space, it will look very ugly. Don't furnish your inner space. Don't bring more furniture into your inner space. Let your inner space be empty. Of course, it will never be empty, it will be filled with bliss. The more you create inner space, more your life will be blissful. More it will be ecstatic. More it will be joyful. Your inner space needs to be emptied. That is what Krishna means. Don't be attached to the results. Continuously, if you think about the money, you will never be able to perform your action completely. You will be always goal-oriented. You will never enjoy the path. Not enjoying the path is the greatest hell, worst hell which can happen to any human being. Please be very clear. People come and ask me, Swamiji, again and again you speak about dharma. Again and again Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinachaya dushkridam dharma samstavanarthaya sambhavami yuke yuke. I come down to save the innocent good people and to destroy the evil-minded people. Again and again Krishna says, you also say, dharma is the only thing to be practiced. But in our life we see people who are not living according to dharma. They are living more happily. They are having more property. They are having more wealth. How is it? Please be very clear. They may be having more property. They may be having more things in the outer place, but never think they are happy. Never think they are blissful. If somebody is not following dharma, means naturally why is not following the dharma? Ambition. Ambition is the thing which makes you to do all the mistakes, all possible sins. Ambition is hell. Nothing else needs to be done. Please be very clear. Don't think you will do some mistake and go to the hell. No. We do mistakes because we are in hell. The very ambitiousness is hell. There is no need for a separate hell. Don't think we will reach to a separate place called hell in the end of the life. The very ambitiousness is hell. People do mistakes because they are in hell. If you are happy, blissful, you will never disturb others. If we are unhappy, naturally we will vomit the violence on others. Ambitiousness itself is hell. So the very ambitiousness is enough punishment. You don't need to curse him, or you don't need to think that he should be punished. The very ambitiousness is punishment. Just because of that ambitiousness, he misses the whole life. You can easily miss the life by having a purpose for life. If you have the purpose, you will miss 29 days of your life just for one day. Just for that one day. If you work just for the sake of weekend, you will miss 5 days just for 2 days. Unless your life itself becomes joyful, unless your working itself becomes ecstasy, unless that itself becomes bliss, you cannot experience what Krishna says by this sloka. Karmanye vadikaraste mabaleshu kadachanaha. Please be very clear. Even if you think you have the right for fruits, even if you acquire the fruits, what can you do? How long you think you will be able to carry that? Nothing. Nowhere it can come with you. And your life will not be fulfilled just by the purposes. Purpose can be fulfilled, but by purposes, your life can never be fulfilled. In our life, please be very clear. When you carry purpose in your life, you are not living. Purposes are living through you. That's all. Young age, somebody teaches you some purpose. This is the purpose of your life. You should become a lawyer. You should become a doctor. You are given a purpose. That purpose is fulfilled through your life. But you will never feel fulfilled. Never do the mistake of thinking you will be fulfilled when your purpose is fulfilled. No. Your fulfillment is completely different from the fulfillment of purpose. If you want to feel the fulfillment, you have to work separately in a different direction. It's a total different achievement. It's a total different dimension of your life. Fulfilling your purpose cannot give you the fulfillment. If you want fulfillment of your being, listen here what Krishna is saying. Here Krishna starts the Karma Yoga. Na karmana manaramban naishkarmyam purushosnute na cha samnyasa deva siddhim samadhigacchati. Not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Beautiful. I think Krishna is the first and last master. As far as I know, because no statement can be ultimate truth. We can only say as far as I know. As far as I know, Krishna is the first and last master who declare the truth as it is. Two things. Always the people who are in the politics, people who are in the outer world, they know the characters or the truth or the techniques to achieve success in the outer world. People who are in the spiritual world, they know the techniques to achieve success in the spiritual world. But Krishna is both. Krishna is the only master who is enlightened man and a king. He knows how to give a technique to achieve the total success in the outer world and in the inner world. How to furnish your outer space and how to keep empty your inner space. That is the whole life. The whole Gita is only one idea. How to furnish your outer space to the ultimate luxury level and how to keep your inner space to the ultimate blissful level. Keeping your inner space in a eternal bliss and keeping your outer space in ultimate luxury. Krishna is the only man who has produced formula for inner space and outer space together. You can't expect this from a Buddha because Buddha has given the outer space. He lived with just 3 pieces of dress. And he lived the life of a monk. So whatever he produces, whatever formula he creates, will lead you only to that state. But Krishna has lived like a king. Krishna has lived not like as the king. Only Krishna can give the practical instruction. Only Krishna can create a manual for practical spiritual living. All other masters, their manual is useful only for monks who are sitting in monasteries. Only Krishna's manual is useful for the people who are living the life. Here it says, not merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction. You can't achieve freedom from reaction by moving away from the work. I have seen one monk, he was considered as a great Paramahamsa because he will never get angry. His greatness is people thought he never gets angry. There is no need because he is sitting in Himalayas. He was sitting in Himalayas. People are there to give food for him every day. Morning somebody brings breakfast. Noontime somebody brings lunch. And night somebody brings dinner. Somebody gives him clothes. What is the need for getting angry? There is no need. He is respected because he never gets angry. Usually, human beings always respect if somebody does something which they can't do. If you want to become respectful, if you want to have the respect of the society, just do something which others can't do, that's all. Any foolishness. Of course, if you see this Guinness record on all these world records, there are so many foolish things which you can never imagine. Which you can never imagine. Do anything which others can't do, you will have respect. So this person is considered to be a great person, great Paramahamsa, just because he never shouts at anybody. Of course, nobody thought there is no need. There is no need for him to become angry because he is sitting in Himalaya. Somehow, somebody inspired him. Master, let us go for a Kumbh Mela in Nasik. There's Kumbh Mela program in Nasik. Let us go to that program for Kumbh Mela. Biggest gathering in the whole humanity happens in India. Every 4 years it happens. Every 4 years, biggest gathering in humanity happens in India. Not only spiritual gathering, biggest gathering. The other day, in TV I saw, leader of particular religion died. Some 2 million people gathered, 20 lakh people gathered. So many TVs are declaring this is the biggest religious gathering. I thought, what is happening? In my village, every year people, 20 million people, 2 million people gather. In my village, every year, for local festival, 2 million people gather. I was surprised. Even international news channels are saying, world's biggest spiritual gathering. I was just surprised. Every 4 years, in Kumbh Mela, 70 million people gather in India. 70 million. Last Kumbh Mela is attended by 70 million people. They convinced him to come to Kumbh Mela. After he came back, after he came to Kumbh Mela, when he went back, all his disciples left him. Because when he came down from the Himalayas, when his routine was disturbed, only then people understood he can also shout at others. He can also get irritated. He also gets angry. Please be very clear. As long as the situation doesn't come, all are great saints. Everyone is saint till the opportunity is given. Till the opportunity is given. Only when the opportunity comes, you can judge whether he is real saint or escapist. Abstaining from work or moving away from work cannot give you the freedom from reaction. To have the freedom from reaction, your inner space needs to be purified. Your inner space should become empty. You need to remove the furniture from inner space. Renouncing the furniture in the outer world is not going to help you. Renouncing the furniture from the inner world only is going to help you. The idea of purposes, thinking that life has got purpose, should be renounced. That is what he says. Just by renouncing, just by outer renunciation, perfection can never be achieved. Perfection can never be achieved. One more thing. If you renounce the outer world, the more you will be thinking about the outer world. If you renounce the outer world, more you will be thinking about the outer world. A small story. One enlightened master and his disciple, both of them are walking near a river. They are supposed to cross the river to go to their monastery, their ashram. On the way, young lady was standing. She wants to cross the river. She is afraid. She asked the enlightened master, Master, can you help me to cross this river? He said, why not? Please come. He just lifted her and crossed the river, left her and said bye and reached the ashram. The disciple was seeing the whole scene. He is not able to digest the whole scene. He is burning, maybe jealousy. He is not able to digest. After reaching the ashram, he is not able to control himself. He asked, Master, you are a sannyasi. How can you touch a woman? That also young woman. And carry her throughout the river. How can you do that? Master just turns, smiles at him and says, I left her long ago. Why are you still carrying her? I left her there itself. Why are you carrying her still? Why are you bringing her here? Please be very clear. Renouncing in the inner space, emptying your inner space is the real thing to be achieved. That is what Krishna says here. This sloka is straight away addressed to this disciple. Karmendriyani samyamya yaste manasa smaran indriyartan vimodatma mityachara sauchyate. The meaning goes, one who restrains the senses of action but whose mind dwells on sense objects certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender and an hypocrite. A man who keeps his senses under control but who is not able to keep his inner space under control is called pretender, hypocrite. Please be very clear. The quality of your life will be judged only based on the quality of your inner space, not based on the quality of your outer space. When you leave your body and enter into your next life, nobody is going to see the accounts of what type of car you drove, in what type of house you live, how much of bank balance you had. No, these accounts will not come with you. How you live, how your inner space was there. What is the quality of your inner space when you live? Only that you are going to carry. That is why they say, you are going to carry only the samskara, means the karma, the inner space with you, not the outer space. One more beautiful story from Ramakrishna. Who are all entering into the prostitute's house? What time they are entering? What time they are going out? How many are entering? He will keep all the counts because no other work what to do. No other work. When you don't have any other work, you need to do something. You need to do something. Continuously keeps the accounts. How many are entering? What time they are entering? How much of time they are spending? Whole thing. I think he's almost like a diary maintainer of that prostitute. He maintains the complete diary of who comes, who goes, who are the regular visitors, and who comes once in a while, rarely. Whole day is thinking about what's going on there. And that lady prostitute, she lives in a different way. She thinks, my life, my swadharma is this. This has been given to me as life. I don't know any other profession. I have to live only like this. For my food, I have to live this life. Oh Lord, but please Save me. Let my mind and heart be at your feet. She is deeply devoted to God. Her inner space is filled with divine. Her inner space is filled with God's name. Her inner space is filled with the divine love. Life goes after some time, suddenly, unfortunately, both of them die in the same day. This monk and prostitute, both of them die in the same day. Story is beautiful. Both of them reach the Yamadharma's court for judgment. First, she comes, the prostitute comes. Yamadharma sees the list of sins and merits and he says, all right, don't worry. You lived throughout your life thinking of the divine. Go to the heaven. She is sent to the heaven. And the monk is coming. The moment monk comes, Yamadharma says, he sees the list of sin and merits, and he says, throughout your life, you thought about wrong things. So go to the hell. And this monk starts shouting, how dare you send me to hell? And you know he's a professional preacher, and you know how he knows how to shout. He starts shouting, I'll sue you. Maybe he must be visiting America many times. Often. I'll sue you. He shouts. Yamadharma says, please relax. Here up in the heaven, we don't bother what you do. We bother how you live. See, by your body, you lived a pure life. Look at the planet Earth, how your body is respected. There, the monk saw, his body is respected like anything. All the people are falling at the feet of his body, and a big garlands are offered. Big puja is done. It is being carried to big samadhi, and his body is receiving all the respect. Through body, you lived a pure life. Your body is now getting respect. But through mind, you lived an impure life. Now go to hell. Same way, she lived impure life through body. Look at her body. Nobody was there even to care. Because she is a prostitute, no husband, no sons. Nobody was there even to do last rites. Body is thinking. Just the government fellows came and they dragged that body and dumped it somewhere. See, through body she lived an impure life. Her body is suffering. But through mind she lived a pure life, divine life. She is going to the divine. It is more important with what you live in the mind. Your inner space is the real achievement. How your inner space is the real thing. Please be very clear. Again and again Krishna declares, Karmendriyani samyamya yahaste manasa smaran indriyartan vimudatma mitya saracha uchyate. If you can't clear your inner space, even if you control your body, even if you control your senses, you are called hypocrite. Your life will not be blissful life. Your life will not be a real life. Not only it will not be a spiritual life, it will not be life at all. Please take few minutes, close your eyes and look into yourself. Sincerely ask yourself, let this understanding work on you. Let this idea sink into your being. Honestly, ask why you are doing what you are doing, where you are going, what do you think as the purpose. Take few minutes and look. Whatever you think as purpose, even if you achieve, it is not going to be with you. It is not going to stay with you. The beauty of the whole existence is purposeless. Let this one idea sink in your being. Let this go deep into your inner space. Let it do its alchemy on you. Relax. Understand this one thing. Just understanding this one single idea can transform your whole way of thinking, can transform your whole way of working, can transform your whole way of living. When you understand there is no purpose in totality, you will start enjoying every single moment. You will start living intensely every single inch. Every moment will become meaningful. When you think as a whole, there is a purpose. Every single moment will lose its meaning. If you think your whole 30 days of working is worth of $100,000 or $50,000, you will judge your 1 month only as a $50,000. Please be very clear. Your life is not $50,000 worth. For example, you think that 1 month of your life is $50,000. So if you calculate your whole life, it may come for some 10 million or 20 million or even 100 million. Suddenly somebody says, I will give you 100 million, give you your life. Will you be able to give up? Logically, this is the way you are calculating and working. This is the way we are calculating and working. We are ready to sell our mind. We are ready to sell our moments, ready to sell our inner space, calculating the value of our life. Logically, you fix the rate for your life. Once you fix the rate, only the rate is in your inner space. You forget that doing the work itself or living itself is beautiful. If you think the whole has got purpose, the part loses the meaning. Understand, as the whole has no purpose. The moment you realize the whole has no purpose, the part will become meaningful. Your very living, every day itself will become beautiful. Every day your life, you are living, you are sitting, you are walking, you are standing, everything is joyful experience. That is why they say that Satchit Ananda, means bliss of very existence. Your very existence is blissful. You don't have to think, in the end you will have the bliss. No, your very existence is blissful. The moment you drop the goal, your path becomes blissful. The moment you realize the beauty of purposelessness, your very existence becomes meaningful. The meaning of existence is bliss, eternal bliss, Nithya Ananda. The next sloka says, Nahi gachchit shanamapi jadu dishtatya karma kriti karya deyava sakkarma sarva prakriti jair gunai. Nahi gachchit shanamapi jadu dishtatya karma kriti karya deyava sakkarma sarva prakriti jair gunai. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. Usually people ask me, Swamiji, if you say that life is purposeless, why should we work? Let us lie down. Who will give me food? I tell you, you can never lie down. You may lie down for next 4 or 5 days because you always go to this extreme. Now the pendulum is in this extreme. You take the hand, it will go to this extreme. Maximum 1 week you will be able to lie down. After that, you can't lie down. By your very nature, you will start doing the work. By your very nature, you will start doing the work. All I mean when I say life is purposeless, I am not asking you to just lie down in your home. I am asking, let your body and mind work without disturbing your inner space. You don't have to sell your inner space to have outer place. You don't have to sell your inner bliss to have outer comforts. By very nature, here Krishna gives the assurance. By your very nature, your body and mind will work. Just if you keep quiet, that is enough. They will function beautifully. Somebody came and asked me, Swamiji, to do right thing, what should I do? How should I keep my mind to do right thing? I told him, just keep quiet. Automatically your body and mind will do the right thing. Just if you get out of your system, that's enough. Divine will get in. All we need to do is just get out. Divine will get in. By nature, he says, Prakriti Jair Gunai. By very nature, your body and mind knows the right thing. But you never trust your body and mind. You never trust your body and mind. You always trust your ego, which finally dumps you in the dustbin. But you never trust the body and mind. Be very clear. Your body and mind by nature will do the work. All you need to do is keep quiet, relax from your ego. Don't think your inner space is needed for the outer work. The person who understood what is Nitya and what is Anitya, the person who understands what is eternal and what is ephemeral and relaxes into the eternal, is always in eternal consciousness. He always resides in Nitya Ananda. Krishna says, a man who relaxes into Nitya Ananda and does his job, does his work, he is Karma Yogi. Just relax into your inner space. Automatically, you will be guided. You will be guided. You always think, if I relax in my mind, thinking that life is purposeless, how will I know which is right and which is wrong, Swamiji? How will I know which is right and which is wrong? Please be very clear. The more you worry about which is right and wrong, you will not do any mistake. You will commit blunder. The person who worries which is right and which is wrong continuously will commit only blunders. He will never commit mistakes. The person doesn't worry, who never bothers, he may do small mistakes. But the person who continuously worries will never do small mistakes. He will commit big blunders. And I tell you, to take this jump of not worrying needs courage. Even if you do one or two mistakes, what is the wrong? Taking the risk and jumping and start living without worrying is what I call dhiratva, courage. Courage of entering into the spiritual life. When you take the jump, you will do naturally one or two small mistakes. Don't worry. Putting up with that mistake is what I call tapascharya. Tapas. Tapas is nothing but accepting the small mistakes which you do when the conscious transition happens in your being. When you move from ephemeral consciousness to eternal consciousness, when you move from worry to bliss, when you move from asatya to satya, you will do one or two mistakes. You will fall and rise, just like a small child when he tries to walk. It will always fall once or twice. Just because of that, can you say, don't start walking? No. Even if it does one or two small mistakes, it has to stand up and start walking. That one or two small mistakes, once or twice falling and trying to stand up, is what is tapas done to learn how to walk. Same way, when you start living without mind, in the initial level, you may commit one or two mistakes. Don't worry. That is tapascharya. That is tapas. Have courage and just enter into the zone of no mind. Enter into the zone of eternal consciousness. Simply start living. Realize the purposelessness of the existence. Decide, today onwards, I will live without worrying. Because life is too small to be spent in worrying. Life is too small to be spent in worrying. Life is too short to be spent in worrying. So never bother, never worry about your goals. Just drop the goals. The moment you understand the beauty of purposelessness, all the wounds which you have created in your inner space will be healed. You will fall into the abyss of eternal bliss. Next, Krishna says, this is one of the important point, one more point, he clarifies. Ye me madamidam nityam anudishtandi manava Shraddhavanto nasuyanto muchyante vikarmabi. The translation goes, those persons who execute their duties according to my injunctions and who follow this teaching faithfully without envy become free from the bondage of fruitive actions. Here you need to understand two things. He says, according to my injunctions, means when you enter into your being, whatever your being says is Krishna's word. When he says my injunction, he means the injunction from Atman. Injunction from the being, the Paramatman. When you drop the goal and fall into your being, you will be straight away guided by the divine. You will be guided by the nature. You will be guided by God himself. You will become an instrument in his hand. If you become hollow bamboo without any blockage inside, you will become a flute in the hands of Krishna. Dropping your purposes or dropping your ego is what I call becoming a hollow bamboo. If you become a hollow bamboo, you will become flute in the hands of Krishna. If you are a solid bamboo, you will be used only to carry dead bodies. In India, solid bamboos are used only to carry the dead bodies. Same way, if you drop the ego and fall into the being, you will become instrument in the hands of divine. You will become a divine flute. When you become flute, the air which enters into you comes out as music. Same way, when you become an instrument in the divine's hand, the air which enters into you comes out as a shastra or mantra or the music. Whatever comes out of you becomes divine. Your words become mantra. Your actions become tantra. Your form is yantra. The moment you drop the ego, your words become mantra to guide people. Your form becomes yantra to be meditated on. Your actions become tantra, technique to realize the Atman. You become divine. If you carry your ego just like a solid bamboo is used only to carry dead bodies. You will also be carrying this dead body. You will also be carrying this dead body. Now it is up to you whether to become hollow bamboo and become a flute in the hands of Krishna, or to be a solid bamboo and carry the dead body to Smashana. You drop into your being, you will become an enlightened being. You will become an instrument in the hands of the divine. Your words will become mantra. Your form will become yantra. Your actions will become tantra. Instead, if you decide to carry your ego, you will be carrying this dead body wherever you go. Here, he says, those persons who execute their duties according to my injunctions, according to your inner consciousness. Please be very clear. As long as you carry the goal of the society, the purposes conditioned on you by the society, you will be carrying conscience. The moment you drop the social conditioning, the purposes taught to you by society, you will start living with consciousness. Social conscience is different and spiritual consciousness is different. If you live with goals, you will carry the social conscience in your life. If you realize the beauty of purposelessness, you will carry the spiritual consciousness in your life. The man who lives according to his consciousness, believing, having shraddha towards his teachings. Why Krishna is demanding shraddha? Here is the first place where Krishna says shraddha, faithfully. Why? Shraddhavanto nasuyanto. He says, of course, the word shraddha cannot be translated as faith. Faith is a very poor word for shraddha. Please forgive me, I have to tell the truth. In English, there is no word for shraddha exists because the very idea of shraddha never existed. Let me be clear. The very idea of shraddha never existed here. That is why the equivalent word for shraddha doesn't exist. Shraddha does not mean faith. Shraddha means faith plus courage to execute that idea. Courage to experiment with that idea is Shraddha. Courage to experiment. That idea is what is Shraddha. Here Krishna says, Shraddha vando nasuyanto. Man who executes these teachings with Shraddha, courage to follow. Why we need courage to follow? Small story. One born blind man goes to a doctor and asks, Doctor, will you help me to have my eyes? Doctor says, don't worry. I'll do some operation. You will have your eyes. After that, you can walk without that stick. The blind people, they always carry a stick to feel the road. You can walk without that stick. Now the blind man asks, Doctor, I understand you will do an operation. I understand I will have my eyes back. But I don't understand. How can I walk without stick? How can I walk without stick? By and by, the blind man forgot the stick is from outside. He started thinking stick is necessary even for walking. But till the operation, till he gets his eyes, he has to have shraddha towards the doctor's words and lie down in the operation table. Same way, I tell you, just live without mind. Just live without purposes and goals. You will be able to walk without stick. Stick is worrying. But you can never think you can live without worrying. By and by, worrying has become your part. So we can never imagine we can also survive. We can be alive without worrying. When I say you can live without worrying, you say, no, Swamiji, how can it be possible? If I don't worry, what will happen to my children? What will happen to my house? What will happen to my wife? What will happen to my family? What will happen to my property? What will happen to my lawsuits? Please be very clear. Never think because of you, your life is going smoothly. In spite of you, it is going smoothly. Understand? Never your life is going smoothly because of you. In spite of you, it is going smoothly. The moment you have the courage to have shraddha to these teachings and start living, dropping the purposes, only then you will realize you don't need stick to walk. You don't need stick to walk. Once you enter into the being, the depth of your being, you will enter into a totally different dimension. Whatever now you think a spiritual life or material life, both will lose its meaning. You will enter into a new dimension of life. For example, can you explain for a 4-year-old small child the life of marriage? Can you explain what is life to a 4-year-old child? You can't. He can't understand. But he can understand only toys. He can understand only dolls. He can only play with toys. Once he reaches the age of 25, naturally he will be able to understand what is life. Automatically toys and dolls will drop him. Do you feel that you are missing your toys? Do you feel that you renounced your toys? No. The moment you grow, you start experiencing the different dimension of your life. When you experience the different dimension of your life, automatically the small things drops you, and you drop them, they drop you. Not even you dropping them is important. They dropping you is important. You dropping smoking is not important. Smoking dropping you is important. When you enter into your being, when you enter into the purposelessness of life, the whole so-called material life and spiritual life drops you and you enter into a different dimension of life, a new dimension. That is what I call quantum spirituality or eternal consciousness. You reach the eternal bliss. You start living in eternal bliss. Now you may have a serious doubt. How can I walk? How can I live without worrying? I tell you, your doubt is nothing but the same doubt this blind man is asking. How can I walk without stick? You cannot convince that blind man you can walk without stick till he gets the eyes. Only after he gets the eyes, he will be able to understand he doesn't need stick to walk. Same way, only when you reach the being, you will understand you don't need worries to live. You don't need mind. You don't need worrying mood to live. Till you reach the being, you need to have Shraddha. Till you get your eyes, you need to have Shraddha and lie down in the operation table. You need to allow the doctor to work on you. That is the reason Krishna is asking, Shraddha vanto nasuyanto. Next word, beautiful word. Nasuyanto means without envy. It's an important thing. Whatever I said, every one of us are able to understand. It's really great, Swamiji. What you said is right. But suddenly the moment one thought comes, my brother has purchased 2 houses. My sister is getting new big car. How can I live just like this? The moment you get some thought, he is having that, he is having this, what happens? All your spirituality, all your purposelessness, all your spiritual philosophy, everything just disappears. You are again on the same rat race. He says, without envy. Envy is the thing which puts you again in that same rut. In the same rut. One great problem in the rat race is, even if you win, you are a rat. Even if you win, you are a rat. Nothing more than that. Please be very clear. The moment envy, jealous enters into your being, whole thing disappears. You start again running into the social conditioning. You start running behind the purposes. You start running behind the goals. Envy or jealousy is the thing which makes you run like a rat. Run like a rat. There's a beautiful, another idea in Tantra. Maya Shakti. This Maya makes us all dance just with this one stick called jealousy. Have you seen the monkey charmers in India? The roadside. Roadside, they will do a small show with monkeys. They will have a small stick. They will just rotate that stick and shout, Adraram, Adraram, Adraram. They will just say, give the instructions to the monkey. According to their instruction, that monkey will do everything. This stick, with this stick, they will make the monkey dance. With a small stick, they will make the monkey to dance and do whatever they want. Same way, the Maya Shakti is making you run as she wants, just with one stick called jealousy, envy, comparison. The moment you compare, you just again jump into the same path, same rut, same routine, which I call the purpose life. Then you became karmi, not karma yogi. Man who lives in the eternal consciousness, Nithyananda, and allows his body and mind to work according to its nature, is centered on eternal consciousness. He is called karma yogi. But the man, out of jealousy, out of envy, out of comparison, who jumps, enters into the social conditioning, social rut, the same routine of rat race, is called karmi. The difference between karmi and the karma yogi is only one thing. The man who is driven by jealousy is karmi. The man who allows the eternal consciousness to drive him is called karma yogi. All you need to understand is only this one word: without envy, anasuyanto, without jealousy. The moment you start thinking, oh, he is having all those things, he is having all those things, you become mad. If a neighbor brings AC into his house, your house temperature increases. Your house temperature increases. One more thing, when we do things out of comparison, we do all foolish things. Our intelligence stops working. Our intelligence completely stops working. If you do things out of jealous, out of enviousness, out of comparison, we will end up only doing this type of foolish things. Intelligence.
After the beautiful revelations from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, it is time for us now to end today's sessions, offering our deep gratitude to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, chanting the Purna Mantra. Let us bring our hands in Namaskar Mantra, closing our eyes. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padkarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all so much, Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam. So let's join us back tomorrow. Thank you, Nithyanandam.